What was your relationship with Martin Luther King Jr.?
Well, my relationship with Martin Luther King Jr. has many sides to it. He was one of our early admission students. That is, the Ford Foundation had some fellowships in order that the students might graduate before being called to war in the Second World War. And at that time, we had our own early admission program. So Martin Luther King Jr. entered Morehouse at the age of 14 and graduated at 18. Now, when I spoke in chapel every Tuesday morning, Martin was always there. And he would come up and ask me something about the address, and I told him. So when he had a good many questions to ask, I invited him to go to my office, and if nobody was there, he could go in my office, because I didn't make any difference whether it's a student or faculty. I took them as they came. And that morning, there wasn't anybody there, and I went into the office and talked with him further. And there I met the King family. He invited me to dinner at his father's house, and from that moment on, we became friends. My relationship with King had many phases to it.
What is your earliest memory of him?
My earliest memory of him, as I indicated before, when he entered Morehouse at the age of 14. I did not, I knew his father, but really to become intimate with him, it was when he came to the chapel on Tuesday morning and listened to my addresses.
What was your...
And he stated that George Kelsey and Benjamin Mays changed his mind from being a lawyer to being a minister, because he saw in us that preaching could be mentally stimulating and emotionally satisfying. So that is my first real touch with him. And of course, as I indicated a moment ago, he graduated at 18. Then he earned a scholarship to Crozier, and he earned the fellowship from Crozier to go to Boston University, and he also took courses at Harvard. Well, after coming back to Atlanta, I had in mind that I was going to recommend him someday to be president of Morehouse when I retired. And but after he came back and worked with his father for a while, he wanted to be his own man and wanted to try his own wings. So he, when he was ordained, I was part of the ordination ceremony. But when he got his degree, or when he's in the thesis stage, Sam Williams, who was in philosophy at Morehouse, he and Martin started teaching a course in philosophy, and King, it was then I thought I would make him suggest to the Board of Trustees that he be my successor. But I told you why that didn't pan out.
Do you consider him a great leader, and if so, why? But I really want Dr. Mays of you to say you considered him a great leader and why.
Well, he's a great leader. I would say he's a great leader because when he spoke, he not only commanded respect, but I would put it this way. I heard William Jennings Bryan Dawn say once that, speaking at Bates, he said, when Cicero spoke, the people said, didn't he speak fine? But when Demosthenes spoke, they said, let us go against Philip. Let us do something. So I thought Martin was a great leader because he moved people. It's all right to let people do anything they want to do when they hear you speak. But when they want to act out their beliefs, then that's a leader. So I consider him to be one of the greatest leaders, non-violent leaders in this century.